Welcome to Mighty Spriggle's channel. Our journey today begins under the sea where we meet. A soft, curious shadow drifts over the sunlit sand of the seafloor. What could it be? A wide, smooth shape, a fleeting darkness hugging the rippled bottom. At first, it might be mistaken for a patch of drifting seaweed, or perhaps just a trick of the light filtering down through the gentle waves. But then, with a subtle puff of sand, the shadow reveals itself. It is a stingray, hiding just under the surface like a fallen leaf on the ocean floor. This is where our story begins, from first moments to quiet existence to vital ocean roles. Stingrays belong to a very old and successful family of fishes, cartilaginous fish. Their skeletons are made not of bone, but of flexible cartilage, a testament to adaptation, life flourishing from the brightest shores to the darkest depths. The story of a new stingray begins in a way that is both gentle and remarkable. Unlike many fish that release thousands of eggs into the open water, stingrays invest a great deal of care into just a few offspring. The eggs develop and hatch not in the sea, but safely inside the mother's body. When the time comes, she gives birth to live, perfectly formed miniature versions of herself. These tiny pups, sometimes only a few inches wide, are born ready to face the world, equipped with all the instincts they need to survive. From the very moment of their birth, these newborn stingrays are completely independent. There is no period of parental care. Their life as solitary hunters begins at once. The first and most important skill a young stingray must master is the art of concealment. With a few quick, expert movements of its fins, it can vanish beneath a thin layer of sand. This simple act is its greatest defense against larger fish, sharks, and seabirds. A stingray's movement is a thing of pure elegance, a form of underwater flight. Its body is not built for speed in the open ocean like a tuna or a shark, but for graceful maneuvering close to the bottom. The large pectoral fins form the main disc of its body. They are not stiff but incredibly flexible. By undulating the edges in a wave-like motion, it propels itself forward. Some species, like magnificent eagle rays, have a different style. They flap powerful fins up and down, like a bird soaring through the air. When it needs to travel, it can move with surprising speed and agility, but much of its time is spent in a more leisurely fashion. Its long, slender tail trails behind it, often used more for steering like a rudder than for propulsion. For many species, the tail holds a crucial defense, a sharp, serrated spine. This is not an aggressive weapon, but a purely defensive tool. A stingray will only use its sting as a last resort when it feels trapped or threatened. Finding a meal on the seemingly empty seafloor requires a special set of tools. Smell and a remarkable sixth sense reveal hidden prey. Powerful fins and water jets excavate. Plate-like teeth crush shells. While many people imagine stingrays as solitary creatures content to live their lives alone, this is not always the case. Their social lives are often more complex and varied than one might expect. Some species are indeed quite solitary, only seeking out others during the mating season. However, many other species are surprisingly social and can be found in large groups or fevers. These gatherings can sometimes number in the hundreds or even thousands, creating a breathtaking spectacle as a vast carpet of rays moves together across the seafloor. They may gather in these large numbers for a variety of reasons: for protection, for feeding in resource-rich areas, during migrations to warmer waters. A single ray might be an attractive target for a large predator like a hammerhead shark, but a massive group is a much more formidable and confusing sight. Resting together on sandy flats, 100 pairs of eyes are better than one at spotting approaching danger. The world of the stingray is a shared space, a busy neighborhood where they constantly cross paths with a diverse cast of other sea animals. Small fish, like wrasses, will often follow a foraging stingray, picking off the tiny creatures that are stirred up from the sand as the ray digs for its own meal. Stingrays occupy an important place in the middle of the food web, which means they are both predator and prey. The stingray's camouflage and its defensive barb are its best chances of survival against such a powerful hunter. The stingray's role in the ocean ecosystem extends far beyond its own survival. It is an unwitting engineer of its environment, a creature whose daily activities help to maintain the health of the seafloor. One of its most important contributions comes from its feeding habits. As a stingray forages, it digs and disturbs the sand, creating pits and turning over the sediment. This process, known as bioturbation, is incredibly beneficial. It is like plowing a field. This digging action oxygenates the sand, preventing the buildup of harmful bacteria and releasing trapped nutrients back into the water column. These feeding pits also create new microhabitats for other, smaller organisms, tiny fish and invertebrates, offering temporary shelter and protection from currents and predators. By controlling the populations of crabs, clams and worms, stingrays also play a crucial role as regulators. Without them, these populations could grow unchecked, potentially disrupting the delicate balance of the seafloor ecosystem. For humans, the relationship with stingrays is twofold. There is, of course, the potential for danger. Most stingray injuries occur by accident, when a person wading in shallow, murky water inadvertently steps on a camouflaged ray. Feeling trapped and threatened, the ray's defensive instinct is to whip its tail forward, which can result in a painful sting from its barb. The stingray shuffling one's feet along the sand instead of taking big steps, is the best way to avoid this, as the vibrations warn any nearby rays of your approach, giving them plenty of time to swim away peacefully. However, the benefits stingrays provide to people are far greater. As vital members of a healthy marine ecosystem, they support the fisheries that millions rely on for food and income. Furthermore, ecotourism, where divers and snorkelers can observe these gentle giants, provides a sustainable source of income and a powerful incentive to protect marine environments. Please like, share and subscribe to Mighty Spriggles channel.